Alright, I just wanted to do an update on this Creality K1 printer and just show you how much fun I'm having with it and just how good it's actually doing out of the box. I bought a couple of designs online for mounting tools in those Packout boxes. I've been switching over to Packout for a lot of my stuff. And this is like the first printout that I made, and you can see it's not really perfect, but I did find some issues after doing it. I went over the printer and I did find out, I'll show you in the next print, some of the issues, but came out pretty darn good. Still some settings I have to play with in the software. At the end of this video, I did start getting better results with better settings, and I found out how different each material can be. One little annoyance that I ran into is the cover has to be kind of slid over to the left side a little bit. I was having some slapping with the chain over on that side. When I did full bed prints, you could see those last prints were 100% of the bed use. And I also did find out that the whole bed was out of level some. The front left-hand corner was a little bit lower. And you don't really notice that till you're doing a full bed print and watching it. And also I had another problem with the actual part lifting off the bed, and there you can see how I'm getting a lot of Z travel actually as it goes from full corner to the other. So I did finally go back after this print and make adjustments to that, and got that down to pretty much nothing. Creality does have a good video on taking the bottom off and sinking it out with a timing belt, so it took about 20 minutes and I got it perfect now. Now as I said, I bought these prints from this Jana Pope design. You can search online for that, and they're pretty good prints. They actually fit accurately and everything, but the print is only good for one home use for you, so that's all you can print it, and you can't make any changes to it. So they are kind of expensive for what you get, but they do come out nice. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you might want to check out his web, or I think it's Gumroad or something, where you pay about $9 for the actual model, and then you pay about $6 just for them processing it, which seemed a little steep to me. But anyhow, the prints came out nice. That one took 8 hours and 27 minutes. So, it does take a while to complete, and I did make 4 walls thick on these prints, so to make them a little more durable, and I put a little more higher percentage of infill. That PEI plate that I switched to, that's where I was getting some lifting on a corner, and it turned out the part was pulling the magnetic plate right up off of the plate right up off of the magnet and curling up. But that was caused because I was using the stock 47 degree, I think it was, bed setting. Once I changed to 60 degrees C, all that went away, and I didn't need glue anymore or anything else. But you can see that textured plate gives you a perfect first layer every time. And this print still got some issues in it because that was still before I tightened the belt up. But the parts came out perfect. Fit right in the Packout box here, and I wish there was a way to get some of those inside surfaces out to make rubber pads to laser cut them to fit in there, but there isn't. So I just put some little spots in there later. And there you can see how the corners, the 2 front corners, kind of lifted up off the bed, but they were still stuck on the mat. They picked up off the magnets, so little more heat on the bed, fix that the next prints. I did my holes here. There's 2 holes in there, and I had a piece of 6mm shafting that was pretty close. So I cut 2 pieces off to make pins to align them. And I did, they were a little bit tight. When you make a hole on the horizontal like that, you really have to be careful about sizing it. So I wound up having to just run a drill in there, just open them up a hair to get the 6mm pins in there. But everything lined up perfect and went together really nice. So printer does do a really good job. And I love these little Packout boxes. I'm just trying to get stuff organized so I can, I lose too much stuff when it's not organized. If I want to go use like this die grinder to, you know, go clean off some gaskets or something, and I grab the grinder, I wind up making 3 trips back to the house just to get the accessories for it. So this will keep them all together, and it is expensive. It does cost almost as much as the tool when you're done, but I feel it's worth it. I wish DeWalt would offer, you know, inserts like this for all their tools when you buy them. Just be so nice. So there it is, about 17 and a half, 18 hours of printing, I think it was, and my first insert is done. Came out beautiful. I have no problems. Now, there was a spot in the front that had an opening that was kind of useless, so I printed out a little holder there for my burrs. And this was my first try out at a brand new roll of black. It had a break in it and it stopped printing, but I just wanted to show you the first layer on this. It's just amazing the job it does. It's just gorgeous. Very great first layer, so all the leveling and everything on this printer is nice. And once the part cools a little bit, it pops right off that plate. So that's just a little insert that I made to put all my little rotary burrs in there for the die grinder. And that came out real nice. I'm happy with that. Then I bought a second file, and this one is from my installation driver that has the 4 different heads. I thought it was pretty cool. And I switched to a black material. Now, I didn't realize that every time you switch to a different color, you have to really go back and look at the settings on it and maybe tweak a little bit here or there. But I did get a little bit of stringing on here. You can see, you'll see it on the end. And then on the top surface, I did not get a good finish, but you know, the rest of it is really basically nice. Tightening the belts up and leveling it really did help, I think. And I'm going to tell you, you know, once you get up to over past 100 hours, you should go through it and just check everything. So that one was a 10 hour and 32 minute print. That was 4 walls again, and came out good. That little bit of string I found I can just hit with a little torch and take that right off quick without, you know, and having any mess left or anything. It just kind of vaporizes. But there you can see that one is a full bed print again. And I used, you know, each one of these prints is using like over a half a roll of filament. So, but again, that first layer on these things in the bottom with that textured plate is just gorgeous. And using 60 degrees C, you don't need glue. So again, you can see there's the quality I got there. I mean, there are a couple spots there where it's not 100% perfect, but I feel it's really good for, you know, this. And then the top layer of it, I had some problems with it. I wound up actually slowing the next piece I'll show you. I wound up slowing it down a little bit on the top layer, and then going back and ironing it, and it came out really nice. So there it is, the 4 pieces drop in there. I kind of wish they were supported better. They kind of just drop in and plop on the bottom of the case. I wish they were, you know, kind of held up in the air so they wouldn't rattle against the case. But this file really I found wasn't really perfect, even the way that thing just lays in there and rocks. I mean, it's a good start. I'll probably wind up gluing some pieces in there and stuff to support this, but there's plenty of room to put supports for it in there, and they just didn't worry about them. So, you know, this one isn't my favorite print, but I'll make some changes in the future to make some parts I can glue in there to level it out and stuff. But it does hold everything in a nice, tight, compact position. Now you can see it just right there. I wound up putting a block of rubber in too to help support that front, and that did help a little bit too. So I tried with the battery and without the battery, pretty much the same. One little lip on the front there would have been nice, one little just thing sticking out. And then I went back and printed the other half, and this one was after a couple more changes, and This one actually came out extremely good. I was very happy. I don't know, an LED light looking at it from the front really makes it look kind of weird, but you can see that top surface, the ironing there, and the slower speed. You know, got it nice, and the everything, a little bit of stringing still, but I'm probably not going to be able to get rid of that with the black. For some reason, black was the only color I got that on, but everything else came out, you know, I'm really happy with it. And it fit right in the box here. But you can see the difference in the top surface just by slowing it down and doing some ironing. So it's just a matter of learning to use it. I mean, I basically knew nothing about this when I started. And again, that bottom finish is just awesome on every one of them. That first layer is perfect on this machine every time. So I just wanted to show you, you know, some of the things that I found out going through. And, you know, I'm basically a newbie, don't really know much about using this machine or the changes to make better prints. So it's a learning experience for me. And here we go. I decided I wanted to use the red and the black on this box, and I'm doing the insert trays here. So I got 4 insert trays that I'm working on, and these I really did get an amazing finish and everything else on. Absolutely no warping, really nice lines, really nice first layer. Top layer came out nice. Very, very little stringing. And I did wind up upping the, I think one of the things I did on this is, over the first print, I also upped the extrusion rate to 101% from 100 on some of the areas. And that seemed to help too. So you really, I mean, you might want to look at a video where somebody's showing you how to tune these up. But I'm finding each material to be slightly different and just make and save a profile for it. So if you use it again. But there you can see, really, really came out just like a molded piece almost. Alright, here's another one. You let it cool down a little bit and they will pop right off the bed. If you try to do it when they're hot, they're a little bit tougher, but again, next one came out perfect too. So, you know, it's all the problems I had in the beginning basically were me causing them, because I just didn't know about the different filaments and you know, what minor tweaks can do to make better prints. And also I never thought about maintaining it after 100 hours and you know, tightening the belts and stuff, or checking for level up front, because it just printed perfect. So if you go through and, you know, spend a little time on this machine and the settings and stuff, you will get results like this. I think there's no reason you shouldn't. And there, if you take it out hot, you have to bend it over an edge to get that to break free. And again, perfect first layer. Little tiny bit of stringing on those outside corners, but everything's really pretty much, you know, I'm happy with it, really am. So there's the 2 boxes, and there's the trays that go in it. First one has 2 bottom trays that are removable. This is really nice design, these trays. They have like all different ones you can print, and these are the ones I chose for my needs. And you can see they fit in there perfect. They don't rattle or anything else. The top closes tight on them. They were perfect. Then I had an outlet strip I wanted to mount on one of the poles in my basement. So I printed up a couple 2-inch long pieces here. And oh, that one is hot. You can see that stuff sticks. Then when you let it cool down, they pop right off. But again, these pretty much came out perfect. No problems with them. I think I got the settings for the red down now. And there they are in the outlet strip. It's a 4-foot strip. I put 4 of these on there with double-sided tape to hold them in place, and then I put them on the pole with double-sided tape. And for now, I've got 2 clamps to hold them till the tape cures. Not sure if I'll take them off later or not, but really a nice solid way to mount the outlet strip to the pole. Worked out good with this little Harbor Freight, you know, 4-foot, $19 strip. So I got plenty of outlets down there now. So this is what it all looks like. I did, you know, put the hardware that I use a lot for, you know, putting things on, putting things together and stuff, and a couple drivers and drills and stuff in here. And they, you know, like I said, they came out perfect. And these files, you can buy them online. They're all available online on Jonna Pope Gum Road. And there's that one there. That one I might do a little work on though. I'm not really super happy with that. But and there's the that little setup with the birds in it that I made. Nice little addition that fits in the front of the box. And then I did put some pads in there. You can see to let it hit on. I wish I had a way to get the dimensions to laser cut it. And I put a magnet under the wrenches so they don't fall out when you pick it up and turn it sideways. So that one, let's put them in the boxes and see what they look like. Completed. So it drops in there. The bits drop right in the front there. And the grinder goes in there. And I will say these Milwaukee M12 tools are my favorites. I've collected a bunch of them, and I've been using all the time. And then let's put the second one together with the driver, and that drops in there. That one I still, like I said, it's a little rocky, but I'll fix that. And the hardware goes in there, and it's nice. You can everything is tight when you close the lid. You can pick it up, carry it by the handle, you know, straight up and down. Nothing gets mixed up or anything. So it's a win-win with everything doing it this way. I just thought I'd share, you know, some of the capabilities of my printer and just show you, you know, what I did with it so far. And I still, I'm happy with it, and I still have one more box to do. And I think it was really a good buy. I have absolutely no complaints about it at all so far. And I've got about 200 hours on it at this point. And now I have one more to do for my rotary tool. I'm trying to figure whether I should just buy the file for that one or I should try to design something myself. So that I'll be working on next. But in the meantime, you know, those are the results I'm getting from my K1. And, you know, it's really great to be able to just print out things like this and make things to hold the tools. Now, I did download the Orca Slicer also that someone recommended, but I haven't been able to get the Wi-Fi on that working yet for some reason. I think my security suite is blocking it or something. But anyhow, so you know, that's where I stand, and just two down, one to go. Well, maybe two to go. I'll see in the end. But you know, that's what this printer does, and all the problems with me, not the printer, I found out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.